how we are able to control the event. Now look at this context. If you want to exchange the data between the components, now I have component. When I have the component, what is happening? When the page is loaded, event will occur. When you use URA handler, whenever the component is loaded, perform the event. When I click on the button, perform the event. When I keep the cursor on the input box, it is an event. When I change the value, it is an event. When I click the value, when I click the button, event. When I focus, it is an event. So whenever I was trying to interact with the browser, that is leading to event. Whenever I was trying to interact with the browser, it is called event. Whenever I was trying to interact with the browser, it is an event. Now when you load the page, it is an event. When I interact with the element in the page, it is an event. So this is what general browser specific events. If an event occurs, what will happen? JavaScript will be called. JavaScript will perform some action. When I click, JavaScript. When I focus, JavaScript. When I change, JavaScript. When I double click, JavaScript. When I keep on a browser, JavaScript. Cursor, JavaScript. Key pressed, JavaScript. But here I want some event to be fired, which is used to exchange the data between components. If two components want to communicate with each other, if two components want to exchange the information, then I will go for event. When a user interact with any one of the element in the page, it want to communicate with some other component and exchange the data, I will go for events. When communication should happen between two components, when is a communication, you want to transfer the data, or you want to invoke some functionality in another component. Look at the point. You want to invoke some action on the other component. One component want to fire the action on another component. One component want to exchange the data to another component. One data want to use the resource of another component. Then we go for what? Events. Generally, in the Lightning, we have two types of events. One is component level events. Second one is application level events. Component level events, application level events. Now, what are these component level events? What are these application level events? Look at this example. When I say component 1, there is a button here. Try to understand this concept clearly. Button 1. When I click on this button 1, there is a component 1. Let me give you this clearly. Component 1, which has a button here. When I click the button here, some call me method should be called. Some function called call me is happening. When I click on the button, some function called call me is happening. Right. Now what this call me should do? The call me should invoke. This is component 2. This is component 2. The component 2 has some action. Right. When I click the button on the submit, button, invoke action should be called. Now component 1 has call me JavaScript function. Component 2 has invoke JavaScript function. When I click on submit button, what I can call me. But what I want, when I click on the submit button, I want component 2 invoke method should be called. So how they will be called? These two people have to interact with each other. These two people have to interact with each other. So what is the interaction? When I click on the submit button on component 1, it has to call invoke method of component 2. What is happening? Interaction. Right? So what was this? Okay, communication between events. Now let me give you this. I have just now I told component 1 object. Component 1 object. Whichever the object I have chosen, whichever the fields I have chosen, the component 1, whichever the object I have chosen, whichever the fields I have chosen, once I select all this, click on submit button, immediately submit button. This is the action. Object, based on the object fields are coming, I will click on a button. When I click on a button, it is going to call invoke. Now what was this? There is a component here which will display list of fields. Here I have what the show will do. The show will tell which fields I have to fetch, write a SQL query, get the data, whatever the data we are getting, that data will be displayed here. Right. Now what is my requirement? Now based on the object, if I select the object, select the fields, click on the button, the invoke method should call show method. The invoke method should call show method. Now what the show method has to get? Invoke method has to call show method by passing object. So what the show method will do? What the invoke method will do? Invoke method has to call show method. And the invoke method has to pass name of the object. Then show method will make a SQL query to Apex class. In this object, this particular records I want and display it. Are you getting? You can ask me, why don't we create everything in a single one? If you put everything in a single one, load time will increase. That's the one point. Second time, if I have any other requirement in some other location, I want to display a table. Again, I don't want to write a program. What is my context of component? Reusability. Again, if somewhere else I want to display a list of record, again I don't want to write a program. Then what I will do? I will want to shorten the code into multiple. Okay, shorten the code and break them into multiple components, so that reusability will be there. Load time will increase. So what is happening? Component 1 event. Component 1. Okay, when you click on the button, it has to call function of another component. Okay, and while calling the function of another component, you may also pass the data, or you may call without passing the data. Are you getting my point? So what is that? One component is trying to interact with another component. I hope you are good with this. Okay, now look at this functionality. Basically, the requirement is clear, functionality is clear. Okay, now how many types of events are there? Component level event and application level events. What is that component level event? This is a component. Parent component. In this parent component, I have a child component. Child 1. I have child. Right. In the child, I have two components here. Try to get the story correctly. This is grandchild. Now, when event occurs on this element, when event occurs on this child 2, if event occurs on child 2, who can handle it? If event occurs on the child, who want to handle it? The point. Child can handle it, parent can handle it. When the event occurs on child 2, when the event occurs on the child 2, who can handle it? Child 1 can handle it, parent component can handle it. This is what? Bubble concept. Bubble concept. What is a bubble? Water bubble in the bucket. How it moves? Moves to the top. Moves to the top. It is a bubble concept. Where the child, event of the child can be captured by parent. Event of the child can be captured by parent on the top level. If event occurs on the grandchild 2, it can be handled by child 1. It can be handled by parent. Okay, grandchild 1 cannot handle it. Grandchild 1 cannot handle it. When event happens on the grandchild 2 can handle it. It is a parent, child 1 can handle it. Parent component can handle it. Now, siblings cannot handle it. Who is child 1, grandchild 2? Siblings. Siblings cannot handle it. Only parents can handle it. Siblings cannot handle it. Only parents can handle it. Are you getting my point? Siblings cannot handle it. Only parents can handle it. It is what? Component level event. Again, I repeat the point. I have a component. This is a parent component. In the parent component, I have a child component. The child component, I have subchild components. Now, let us discuss this. Now, event occurred on blue. Event occurred on blue. When the event occurred on the blue, who can handle it? When the event occurred on the blue, who can handle it? Green can handle it, and black can handle it.
Blue, green, black.
Now, this is what? Component level event. Now, when the event occurred on the red, who can handle it? So, here,
Red, green, black.
what we do? When it occurred here, this is going to be green, blue, green, black. When event occurred on the red, who can handle it? Red can handle it. Then green can handle it. Then we can have black can handle it. This type of events are called component level event. Bubbling concept. Bubble and subscribe. Okay. Now, the same concept, if I go with application level events, this is what? Component level event. Component level event. If I go with the same application level event, if I say application level event, who can handle it? Let us see. Event on blue. If event occurs on the blue, who can handle it? Blue can handle it. Okay. Red can handle it. Green can handle it. Event occurred on the red. Who can handle it? Blue can handle it. Red can handle it. Green can handle it. What was this? Application. Application means boss. Okay. Boss, your siblings can handle your events. Your siblings can handle your events. Application event means what? Your sibling can handle your event. Okay. Any change occurred here, that can be reflected here. Now, parent means component level means what? Okay. To make it simple here, I will say when event occur in the blue, red can handle it, parent can handle it. Siblings can handle it, parent can handle it. When event occurs on you, your sibling can also handle it. Event occurred on the blue, red can also handle it. This is what? Application. Who is red and blue? Siblings. Okay, components at the same level. Components at the same level, they can handle each other. Okay, the next one. Now, if I have, look at the point. I have one more here. Now, the advantage of this is all the three can handle at a time. All the things can handle at a time. When event occurs, same event can be handled by all the people. More than one element can handle all the event. Okay. More than one element can handle, more than one component can handle the same event at a time. When an event occurred on the blue, red is handling it, green is handling it, brown is handling it. Are you getting my point? When the event occurs at the same time, and red is handling, green is handling, and black is handling. Now, event occurred on the black. Green can handle it. Event occurred on the black. Green can handle it. Green can handle it. Red can handle it. Blue can handle it. So basically, application level event, siblings can handle, parents can handle. Siblings can handle, parents can handle. Siblings and parents both can handle application. Component, only your parents can handle. Component, only parents can handle. Component, parents can handle. I hope you got the context. Am I clear? Okay. Component means blue, green, black, red, green, black. Application, blue, red, green, black. Red, blue, green, black. Application. Component, red, green, black. Blue, green, black. Application, blue, red, green, black. Okay. Application, red, blue, green, black. I hope you are good with this. Application level event, subordinate. Okay, your siblings can also handle it. Application, siblings can also handle it. I hope you are good. Right. Now, what is the first concept you are trying to understand here? The first concept will go with component level events. When I say component level events, what will happen? Only your parent can handle the event. If a child fire an event, parent can handle it. If a child fire an event, parent can handle it. If a child fire an event, parent can handle it. Are you getting my point? If child fire an event, parent can handle it. Again, I repeat. If the child fire an event, parent can handle it. What type of event is this? Application level events. Right, Amma?
Component.
Okay. Now, let's move on to the next example. We'll just try to see. Please mute your mic, Amma. We'll try to see how to create an event, how to handle it in the components. Okay. So when you want to see the events, first we should know how to create an event, how to fire an event, how to register an event, how to fire an event, how to handle an event. There are 4 stages in the event. How many stages are there? 4 stages. Let me give you. When I go to the event, the first point is how to create an event. Second one, how to register an event. Third one, how to fire an event. How to pass data in the event. Then how to handle the event. How to read the data from the event. These are the 6 points we need to understand. What was that? How to create an event, how to register an event, how to file an event, how to set the data in the event, how to handle the event, how to read the data from the event. These are the points what we need to see. Okay. Let us see the first one. How to create an event. File, new. What are you finding here? Lightning. I am giving here event 1. First event, event 1. The moment I say event 1, you are getting it. URA event. Type of event, application or component. Component event. Type of event, component event. Description is your choice. You want to give anything, you can give it, or else you can leave it. Now what was that? URA event type, component type of event. Then I am just taking a basic example. Look at the point. Lightning component. Okay. Event 1. Event 1 parent. Then I am giving event 1 chain. So event 1 chain. Here I am giving event 1 parent, calling event 2. Now who is calling? Event 1 parent is calling event 1. Event 1 parent is calling event 2. Event 1 chain. Parent is calling chain. In the child what we have? This is the child. In the child, first we are registering URA register. Child 1 registering, child is registering an event. Child registering an event. Child registering an event. Okay. URA register, event, name, first one. You can give any random name. Type, seed, event. What are we registering? We are registering an event called event 1. URA register, name, first, type, event 1. This is what? Registering an event. That event is registered with the name called first. Whenever I call a first, what will be filed? Event 1 will be filed. Right, Amma? Now, here I give lightning button, label equal to submit, on click, now let us look at the output. Here just to convey that it is a child element. So, what is the output we are getting right now? Let us see. What is the output we are getting? What was that? Lightning, NING, spelling mistake. Right. Now we are trying to call. Please mute your mic. Who is this guy? Amar, mute your mic, Amar. Okay. Now go back. We are going to the application, event 1 application. So here we had extends, I'm calling C dot have it. We have parent, we have a chain. Where is the button available? On the chain. When I press the button, Now parent component, within the parent component we have one child component. Parent component has one more. Okay, within the parent component we have one child component. When event occur here, this parent component should handle it. Button is pressed on child. Right. Child component, button is pressed. When button is pressed, we are calling it controller. So who is registering an event? Child or parent? Child component is registering an event. How? Name of the event, type of the event. When you press the button on the child, it is saying where whatever the event you have registered, get that event. Whatever the event you have registered, get that event. Component dot get. What is the name of the event I gave? I gave first. Now, when you press the button called submit, show function is called. In the show, what I was doing? Get the event which is registered. Child component has registered the event with the name called first. Whatever the event you have registered with the name called first, get that event. After getting that event, I am saying event dot file. Right? So how we are going to file? Get the event based on name and say event dot file. This is going to file an event. When you file an event, whoever is subscribing you, whoever is subscribing you, they will handle it. So when you file it, parent has to handle it. Child created an event, child registered an event, filed an event. Child registered an event, child filed an event. Who is going to handle the event? In the parent component, I gave Yura handler. Name equal, what is the name of the event? The name of this, the name with what name the child has registered, the child same name should be given for a parent. Yura handler, name equal to first event. What is the name of the event? Event. Right. Now, if the child filed an event with the name called first, then action. Now, parent is saying, boss, whenever event called first is filed, automatically run the method call me. Whenever the event called first is filed, automatically perform action. What is the action? Are you getting my point? Whenever, what was that? Okay. Now, what was that? Whenever the event called first is filed, automatically handle the action. Okay, automatically handle. Handle means what? You perform this action. When that event is filed, you perform this action. Why? You are saying handle. When any child component file an event called first, handle it. Handle it means perform this action. What was this action called? So what this call me is doing?
Satish, I have a question.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So here I am going to put some data. Okay. I am going to give alert. Parent. Now this function is defined on whom? Parent. This function is defined on whom? Parent. So go back to this. So submit button is on child. When I click on the submit button, what was it? Parent handle. So when the event is occurring on the child, parent is able to handle it. When the event is occurring on the child, parent is able to handle it. When the event is occurring on the child, parent is handling it. Where was the button? When I click this button, JavaScript is called. That JavaScript is firing an event. When you fire an event, your parent will handle it and they perform some action from the parent. When action happen on the child, some action will be performed on the parent. When action happen on the child, some action will be performed on the parent. Child will fire, parent will handle. Child will fire, parent will handle. This is called This is called component level event. This is called component level event. When a child fires, boss, mute your mics. Anusha, mute your mic, Amma. When the child is firing, parent is handling. Now I'll try to give one more context here. Try to understand this context. Event. Event 1. Grandparent. Now I told parent. Parent. What was that? Parent, child, parent, grandparent. I am grandparent. Go to the application. So go to the application here. Parent, grandparent. Parent handle. I am a grandparent. So how it is bubbling? Okay, your parent, then your parent. Your parent, then your parent. The order is clear. Now when the event occurred, your parent is handling, your grandparent is handling. That is the reason I told bubble concept. Bubble means goes from bottom to step by step to the next. The bubble will come on the top of the surface by going step by step. It will not jump to the last. So how the event is occurring? When the event occur on the child, immediate parent, immediate parent, immediate parent. So it goes to the root. From root of completing everything on the root, then it comes to child. I hope you are good with this. Step by step. Child, parent, grandparent. Are you clear about it? So who can handle your event? Your parent, your grandparent can handle it. And up to next. I hope you are good with this. Now I will define the steps here. Try to understand. Just a theoretical concept you have done. We'll take an example. First, Jura. If you want to define an event, how do you define Jura event? What type of event is this? Now this is some name called capital dot event. What is the extension we have? Capital dot event. Now we have child. Now this component has have to register. How do you register the event? Jura register event. Jura register event. Then you are supposed to give a name. The name plays a major role here. Event name Satish. Then type. This is how you are registering. Then you are supposed to fire. How do you fire? Some action is there. So what this guy will do? You are supposed to fire. How do you fire? Where event is a variable. Component dot get event with the name. Get the, okay, when you click on a button, when you change the value, when you click on a button, when you change the value, automatically script will fire. There you are saying get the event with the name called Satish. Then evt dot. So child will register the event and child will fire the event. Then what the parent should do? What is the role of the parent? Parent should handle. How should you define a handler? Yura, handler. Name should be same here. Name should be same. Whatever the name you gave in registration, same name should be given. Right. Then event, C colon. Then handle means if that event is fired, automatically it will be notified to you and you have to perform your action. Automatically it will notify to you, you have to perform some action. Action. Did you get my point? Create an event, register an event, fire the event, then handle the event. Create an event, register an event, fire the event, handle the event. When you say handle, whenever you fire this event, automatically wherever we wrote this handler, that action will be performed. Whenever I fire this, wherever we wrote handler, that component automatically calls that particular action. You got the story? Theory is clear, right? Now we'll see how to pass the data. But is the theory was clear for everyone? Right? Come in? That's what I'm saying. Parent can handle it, child cannot handle. No. I told you, your child to parent, parent to parent. If child is handling, I'll tell child also. No. Right. Any other query? Right. I hope you're good. Yes, online.
If we have a grandparent for this one, so do we need to define a handler there too?
Yes. Every parent who want to handle should be handler. If you don't define a handler, now when I define a handler in the parent, parent will handle. When I define a handler in the grandparent, grandparent will handle.
Okay. So I understand the concept of component events and application events, but my question is how we can apply this in real time.
You're so excited to build the topic faster, right? We're going one by one step. First, I explain what is an event. I'll take an example, full for minute. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Satish, with this, we are when the child registered the event as first, so
Yeah.
no other child not register the same kind of event with the same name.
Obviously,
That's a restriction.
now look at the
Okay.
It's obvious that event should be unique. Now, if the parent want to handle it, we are saying get event name. If there are two events with the same name, there's a conflict, right?
Yeah, no, that's yeah, just confirming. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Now come back. This is clear for everyone? Okay, let me. I'll do the example, boss. First, the basic theory we have completed. I'll do the example. Okay. Right. Now, so look at the point. Now here, I have a concept. Yura attribute name equal to. When you want to pass the data between the components, then event will have attribute. Attribute EMP name. Type equal to. Now, when you are firing an event, you want to fire the event by passing some data. You are firing the event by passing some data. Okay, right now, previous example, without any data we have taken. Now you also want to pass the data. Now come back to this one. We have a child component. Go to the child. Here the child, what it is doing. Look at this. Child component firing. Before firing, it is saying event dot set params. What is the name we are giving here? EMP name, right? EMP name. I was giving some data here. Now it is setting the data. Before firing the event, it is setting the data. Why? Event with attribute. Event with attribute. Now I am firing an event by passing this. Now what happened? My parent want to handle it. I have given here. Yura. Now name Now, what is the value of student name? I have not given. So, when the parent want to handle it, what we are doing here? Alert we are giving. So, the parent is saying, where name equal to event dot get param. Right. When event fired, you are calling a call me. I am saying, whatever the event fired, from the event, get the parameter of employee name. Because when I am firing the event, you are setting the value of EMP name and passing. When I was firing the event, child is setting the value of EMP name and passing. Now what the parent 2 is doing? Parent 2, whatever the value you are passing, I want to take that value. Whatever the value you want to pass, I want to take that value. Right. Then I want to say component dot set v dot name. So what is that? So the data in one component is getting passed to second component. Data in one component we are passing to another component. Similarly, grandparent. The same story here. Right. So how the controller is going to handle grandparent? So it is saying where name equal to event, whichever the event that is fired, event dot get param. Event dot get param. What is the param name? Component dot set v dot name. Okay. Let us go back to the application. Right now, this is the data what we got. Name blank. When you click on a child, what we are getting here? Name is Satish. So the data is exchanged between the component. Are you getting my point? When the event fired on me, I am transferring some data to my parent. When event fired on me, I am transferring some data to my parent. Right, Amma? So how do you pass? The data? When you want to pass the data, we are supposed to see. Before firing the event, we are supposed to set EVT dot set params. In the form of. Similarly, when you are handling, how you handle it? Event dot get param attribute. This is what I got. Now, is that was clear for everyone? How to create an event, how to set the attribute. Right. Now, let us get into the quick use case here. Now, look at this. I have a requirement like this. I have a component. Somebody from online, Amma, listen to the requirement. Now, I have some data like this. When I click on the save, this will save the record. Or when I click on delete, it will delete the record. Right? This is one component. This component is used to insert a record into the account table or delete a record into table. I have one more component which will display list of records which are available in the account. We have a name, phone, I have one more component which will display list of records which are there in the database. This is the data. Now this is one independent component, this is another independent component. Now when I enter the data, capital, when I click on the save, record will be saved to database. When record is saved to database, this component should refresh, right? Am I right or wrong? Now this is what? I got a component 1, I got a component 2. These two components are displayed in a single page, like this I displayed. So finally, what is the page we created? The page we created is this how I created. So what was this? This page is a combination of two components. In the first component, account creation. Second component, display of the accounts. The accounts which are there, those are going to be displayed here. Now when I enter the data, click on the save, record is saved. But which is the data which is displayed here? What is the data displayed? I wrote a SQL query, fetched the data, displayed. When you click on insert, record is saved, then what happened? Whatever the new record that is saved, that is not displayed here. When I say show me list of account records which are available, this is not displayed here. So what should happen? When I insert a new record, automatically SQL query should run one more time, get the fresh data, displayed. When I give this, the moment I insert, when this data will be displayed, when the component is reloaded. When the component is reloaded. Once again when I load the component, it will go to Apex class, run the SQL query, get the data, display the data. Run the SQL query, get the data, display the data. This update will come only when I reload the component. Now, are you going to manually reload? No. It is a part of a page. It's a part of the page. When any event occurs on this, this query should run once again. Now, when I give capital, clicked on delete. When I clicked on delete, it has to go to database, delete. When the record was deleted, still it is displaying in the component 2. Am I right or no? I wrote a SQL query, fetched the data, I was displaying. In a component 1, when you click on delete, the record is deleted from the database. But in the page, still we are showing it. So what happened? When I delete this record, again, this component 2 should reload. Are you getting my point here? So what is that? We are intimating to the second component to rerun. Boss, run this functionality on you. When some change is happening on me, I want you to notify. This is one such example. You got the story here? Okay. Right. Somebody from online, Amma? Have you followed? Someone from online who has asked me the question? Is that was clear? Or there or not? Okay. Is that was clear? Somebody from online has asked me the question regarding the purpose. Right. Okay. Now move on to the next step. Now look at the next example. Look at this point. Now I was displaying. I'll tell you the next example. I have a page like this. I have a list of records. Now this is one component. Component 1, component 2. In the component 1, what happened? I have some data. Try to get the context. I have some data like this. So I have name, ownership. I have a list of accounts here. I have a list of records here. Now, my requirement is I have a link here called view. Whenever I click on this link called view, whichever the record I clicked, that record data should be displayed here. I have view. When I click on this view pro, then I have to get a data like this. Name, phone, like this the data should be. When I click on the view, the data should be displayed here. This is one component. This is one component. This is another component. Whichever the record I selected, that record data should be displayed. Or getting my point? Or else I want to go for mass delete. Whichever the records I selected for delete, they have to show me these are the records which you selected, delete button. When I set on delete, records should be deleted. Now I'm trying to go with a I'm trying to go with this. Now when I go to Swiggy, I place an order, select the items. Whatever the items I am selecting, they are added to what? Cart. Is it mandatory to sign up? Right. Okay. Now okay. So when you go to the, I have a context like this, where I'm going to give whatever the item I'm going to select here. I have a list of items here, products. I have a list of products. Whatever the products I'm going to say, product 1, product 2, product 3. When I select the product, quantity when I enter, the selected item should be displayed here. I am selecting a product here. Now I said some product ABC product. Then they ask me quantity. Quantity that should be added to the list. Now I am going to add list of new items. Enter the product name, quantity, product name, quantity, any discount coupon, Now based on the data what I entered here, they should be added to this one. This is a list of items. This is a list of. Now where are you adding? I am adding the elements here. The elements whichever I am adding, they should be displayed on the next list. They are not same component. One component is showing list of items what you selected. Another component is giving list of products which are available. From the available list you selected, whatever you selected, they want to display as a added to chart, add to cart. Now what was that? There are two different components. One component is showing list of products available, right? When I select any one product, they'll give. Let me give you a box here. So initially I get a list of products like this. Some products like this. When I click on this, what should happen? The description is coming here. When I click on this, the product description is coming. Then I say a button called add. When I click on add, this data should be added to here. Are you getting my point here? So the data should be transferred from one component to another component. One component want to fire a action on another component. Then we are going for events. Now you can say, why don't we do everything in a single component? Yes, within a single component you can do it. But all these functionality, if you are building on a single component, then obviously what? You cannot reuse the code. The reusability, the core concept of going for like what? Breaking the larger code into small units, reusing it and improving the performance. If you are trying to build everything again in a single code, again the core objective is lost. Are you getting my point? Is that was clear? Is that was clear? Now on every page I want to add this. On every page I want to add this. Then every time you build the same code again and again? No. We are building like a sub-component. We are building like a independent component. So that I can add this component anywhere in the other components. Are you clear, Amma? Clear? Is that was clear for everyone? Purpose is clear? We'll take one example. But I hope everybody is good with this example. Right? Okay. So let us take some break and come back. We'll continue with the example. Now.